Call to talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
What's going on? How you?
I'm good. Who are we speaking to?
It's out of my mind.
Out of my mind. All right, out of my mind. You've been talking out your mind. Talk to her. What's on your mind?
Where you want to go? Where you want to start?
Come on, dog. We've been on this show for 2 hours and 32 minutes, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll start there. I was listening to my man earlier, and I just, first of all, it's not a debate. Y'all's more so on the same page. But the only problem I see with what was going on is we're all speculating. Like nobody will know for sure what the lineup is going to be, what the outcome is going to be, and the stats that's going to happen. So if we're speculating, we have to use the data that's available to us. So how's my man saying the offensive line, like the offensive line is weak, or Khalil Benson is having issues in one-on-ones. When they play the games, they're not doing one-on-ones. And then you went back and you said, oh, well, the offensive line he was with was helping him out. So why don't you use that same logic with how you're evaluating Khalil Benson? And don't get me wrong, I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to stir up, man. I'm just saying.
It's the kitchen, man. It's the kitchen.
Who's the right guard that's going to help him?
Bro, so again, you ask too many questions to make these assumptions and make these assertions. You can't ask the question and make the statement at the same time.
Why is that? Things can't be true.
Somebody who knows better, you sound like you don't know, but you're saying it in an assumptive way to get people who don't know to agree with you. But for us who know, and I'm not saying CU, I'm saying football people.
Okay.
For people who know, you don't sound like you really understand what's going on. So, for instance, if we're talking about the offensive line, and you say, well, what guard is going to help him? My question to you would be, well, since you said he's going to struggle, you tell me the other lineman that's going to be in rotation.
That's where I was getting at.
That question, why are we even having a discussion to begin with?
That's where I was getting with, brother. We don't know about the right side of the offensive line. It's questionable.
We do know.
So
because
then,
like I said, my question to you is, who are the other linemen in rotation?
You have Tyler Brown, correct? Tyler Johnson.
Okay.
In rotation, I think that's true. And then who did y'all just pick? Y'all picked up another new guy too. I'm trying to think of his name real quick off the top of my head.
See, now you saying y'all, but you said that you was a new C-Buff fan and you were a Deion fan, and so you keep backtracking, bro. So those who actively listen, those who listen well,
and I get that, and you can listen well.
Look, you got so many holes in what you're saying. So all right, check this out. The reason I asked you that question, and I want you to understand, I'm coming at this from a football perspective, not from a CU cult member or a CU fan perspective. If we're gonna look at the offensive line, right, and you said we got Tyler Brown, we got Tyler Johnson. Let's say that's on the right side. The only way we can truly speculate is to go off of their stats. We don't have anything else to go off of because you said you don't watch well off. So if you don't watch well off, you can't say that he's struggling based off of what you heard somebody else saying. Come on, like, what are we doing here?
Hold on, can I say something?
Hold on, Coach.
I'm gonna get him though. Hey, don't be stealing my recipe out of my mind. I already said that. Yeah, you're trying to steal my proprietary recipe out of my mind.
How?
You, man.
My man was up there. You gave this man the floor, and you gave this man the floor, and ain't check him not one time.
Because
you ain't check him not one time on how utterly ridiculous he was sounding. Like my man used to be on Dave Talks Buff, and they was clowning CU. Now Dave Talks Buff done made a full 360 and he's supporting CU. And come on, man. Like the jig is up. We understand who you are, right? So let's get back to football.
We on football. We on football. And there ain't no jig, but the right side of the line I said was questionable. That's what I started off with. The right side of the line was questionable.
I respect that.
That's exactly what I started off with. Coach Hayes went into asking me, how do I know, and all that other stuff. It's questionable. That's where I should have left it at. We don't know.
I respect that, my man. So what my argument is this. From football perspective, not fandom, right? If all we know is the stats, then what are you questioning? Because the stats say Tyler Johnson was one of the best, if not the best, offensive lineman in the portal based on PFF. Now let's go a little deeper. Why does PFF matter when we're assuming and speculating? Because the NFL uses PFF. So before they put on pads and before we see the truth, we can only speculate. So if you're going to speculate, why are you going outside the standard and making up your own standard? The standard is PFF.
The standard is PFF. So
Dozy.
Okay. What does the standard say? Yeah. What does the stats say on PFF? That he's a good pass blocker, right?
Tyler Johnson. Listen, from what I understand, Tyler Johnson was, if not the best offensive lineman in the portal or the top 5 or whatever.
No, Tyler Johnson. No, not my man Tyler Johnson. We were talking about Khalil Benson. That's who he was on. Khalil Benson, correct?
Come on, Chuck, and fight back.
We was talk about my man on the outside, Khalil Benson.
No. You got to stay on task, my man. You said homeboy was struggling on one-on-ones dealing with the wide nines. Coach Hayes said, well, how does that happen? How is he struggling? Hold on, let me just say this. Coach Hayes said, how is he struggling if he gave up 1 sack in the Big Ten? You didn't make no sense.
It was the pressures where he was struggling with. He was giving up a lot of pressures, not sacks. He was giving up a lot of pressures out of the wide nine. He was giving up a lot of pressures, not sacks.
He gave up a lot.
Yes.
He played against Ohio State.
Yes.
He played against Michigan.
Yes.
He played against Penn State.
Yes.
I think anybody in college football is going to give up a lot of pressures. Now,
okay, that's what he gave up. That's what he gave up. That's what I said. I didn't say he was bad. I said he struggled in that area.
He's replacing, let's say he's replacing Tank, right? So we seen Tank play last year. And you mean to tell me that's not 100% upgrade from Tank?
Did I say that it wasn't? Did I ever say that it wasn't?
Huh?
Did I ever say that it wasn't?
No. I said I didn't say you did say that. I'm saying I didn't say you said it wasn't, bro. I didn't say that.
Right.
What I'm saying is this man is possibly taking Tank's role, right? And then he's possibly taking Savion Washington's role, right? Now, that line, including BB and Bailey and the center number 55 who transferred, they gave up 52 sacks last year. So you mean to tell me on paper, just on paper, forget fandom, forget well-off, on paper, they're going to give up 30 sacks like you said? Are you serious?
Let me know if y'all want to make it stop.
Me to guess.
Let me know. Chuggy, let me know if you want me to make it stop, dog.
No, I'm mad for stop for what, Coach Hayes. I'm
just saying, sometimes hey, it's a little red button right there. You push it, a light will go off. I'll make it stop, dog.
We chopping it up. We chopping it up. Like
listen, and they Colorado fans. But at some point, we got to actually talk football.
That is a speculation. Did Coach Hayes ask me a question? That's the problem. Did Coach Hayes ask me how many sacks do you think that they're going to give up? Did he ask me that question?
Yeah, I did.
You said you did. He did ask you, and you said I think 30 sacks. You said like 25 to 30
out there because he asked me a question. He asked me a question.
Are you serious?
He asked me a question. What am I supposed to say? I don't know.
My man.
I don't know.
Because you're supposed to use your critical thinking. All right. Tyler Brown is hungry as ever to play football. And we're just talking about paper, right? We're just talking about on paper.
We talking about on paper.
They got Justin Mayers, another one who was the top lineman in the portal. You got to think
played
about
at UTEP. Let's not forget that. He played at UTEP. Let's add that in there. He played at UTEP. Hold up. Let's add that in there.
Hold up. Because now you moving the goalpost.
No, I'm not. You're naming the players. You're naming the players. I'm telling you with the truth.
When he said something about somebody playing in the MAC, you made a comment about that person playing in the MAC. Then Coach Hayes said, I don't look at that. I just look at the time they played.
And I also said Ryan Bull. I said Ryan Bull is a good 3 technique, but he came out of the MAC. I said that. Yes, I did. I did. Those were my exact words. Yes, I did say that. But he came out the MAC. So no, I wasn't knocked. I was saying, but he came out the MAC. So we haven't seen him versus P5 high Division I talent. No. And I can say the same thing for the guard, Justin Mayers. He was a good guard at UTEP. Absolutely.
I respect that. I respect that 100%, right? But when we talk about on paper and we talking about knowing football, you have to look at the other factors that play into this particular player's archetype, right? So weight.
Archetype.
Yeah, archetype. You never heard the word archetype? His size.
I'm loving it, dog. Fight back, Chugga, fight back.
So hold on. Let me make my point. First of all, one of the greatest the greatest offensive linemen that ever freaking played.
We're not talking about. Hold up, let's keep it here because now you moving the goalpost to the greatest offensive lineman and this and that and that and this. We talking about.
You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. Oh. You just said Justin Mayers played at UTEP.
Gotta take over the debate.
We talk about you talk about the greatest. We talking about Khalil Benson playing right tackle. He gave up 1 sack.
No. Well, you said what offensive linemen were gonna help him. That's why we're on the guards.
Okay, so either Tyler Brown or Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson has an injury.
The street with my arm on injury, trying to help you get your mind right. Where did Larry Allen play football?
He had listen. I don't know. What does Larry Allen have to do with Tyler? It has nothing to do with Tyler Johnson and.
You don't know where he played football. Justin Mayers played at UTEP. What does that have to do with his heart, his size, and his ability? What does that have to do with anything?
It doesn't have anything to do with the talent that he already went up against. Has he went against any of this Big 12 talent? No, he has not faced any of this Big 12 talent. I'm not saying that he's that good. I said the left side was all right. Jordan Seaton is still a rookie. The right guard, you don't know who's your right guard, and you don't know who the right tackle is right now. You say it's Khalil Benson. Tyler Johnson has a.
We do know. We know because we know the roster.
Okay. Who is the right guard
that there can be, right?
All right, here it is. Here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do, guys.
Who's the right guard?